Okay, welcome back. This is going to be fun. We have a new friend to introduce you to today. This is Curt Ogerman, the resident film guy at the station. You can tell by his shirt, the film guy.
It's one of a kind.
That's the guy. Thank you so much for coming on. It's good to see you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, I see you around the building, and I didn't realize you were such a film guy.
I'm a film nut. I've been watching movies since I was a child. I went to film school, and now I work here as a promotions assistant. I write all the teases for the news.
Very good.
The studio crew knows me because I'm the one that makes them move the cameras and stuff. They're not a huge fan of me. I don't know.
All right, we're going to talk about movies. Of course, the Oscars are coming up, and it is award season. We've seen the Golden Globes, the BAFTA, the
Critics' Choice Awards,
Choice,
the British Academy Awards,
the SAG, right? We're going to talk about a new movie called Roma that is getting a ton of buzz that I have not seen. So tell me about Roma. This is a Netflix film.
This is a Netflix film. It went through the film festival circuit and has won several critics awards at several, there's a Chicago Films Critic Awards. There's several minor award shows that a lot of people don't always talk about, and it's won a lot of the critics awards, most notably the Critics' Choice Awards. It took the top prize at the Critics' Choice Awards as its director as well, and just yesterday it won the BAFTA Film Award. So that's the British Film Actors Award, and so it's the front runner right now for the Oscars right now, actually. And so this is the film. It's essentially autobiographical about the film director's life as a child in 1970s Mexico City. The director, Alfonso Cuarón, you might know him from Gravity. He directed that with Sandra Bullock, and also the Children of Men with Clive Owens. And a lot of Harry Potter fans might know him as the director of The Prisoner of Azkaban, the third Harry Potter film.
Oh, he's directed more than I realized.
He's directed several things here and there.
This is unusual, too, because that's not a theatrical release.
No.
I mean, this is historic in a way.
Yes, and it actually did go to a couple theaters, but it's really not been, it's not been enough to even really give up box office amounts to, really. But
so by and large, people have seen Roma on a small screen.
Mostly on the Netflix screen, and because of all this buzz for the Oscars and stuff, people are slowly watching this movie and seeing what it was, which is why, for example, the Golden Globes didn't even nominate it for Best Picture in both their categories, and then it's been getting a lot more heat the last few days.
Why should we watch it?
Why should you watch it? Well, it's an enjoyable film. Alfonso Cuarón is an amazing cinematographer. This is the first movie that he's really been credited as a cinematographer, though, in my opinion, I think almost everything he's done, he's kind of really been behind the scenes pushing the cinematographer, and that's why if you know his movies, you would know him by his camera work.
Really?
And this is the first time he's been credited and awarded for his cinematography and his directing as well. And I think it's a great story about this family who, they struggle in their different lives. Plus, they have this housekeeper, which is what the main story is. And the housekeeper is kind of she's almost like another parent to this family.
Right.
And sometimes she's having to tug them along and say, hey, come on, guys, we have to do these things before you get in trouble with mom and dad. And so this is kind of his story because he was actually a child back then. So if you see one of these kids, that could be really him, which he is saying. So I always love historical films in that sense.
Are these people established actors that are in this film?
I don't know if I've ever heard of any of these people ever, but they're all from Mexico, I believe, and obviously, other than the director, I don't think anybody's really done too many other films before.
What is Roma nominated for?
Best Picture, Best Foreign Film. Actually, both actresses, the housekeeper is Best Actress nominated, and the mother just got a nod. She hasn't gotten any other award show nominations, but she got one for Best Supporting Actress.
Is it going to win?
Like I said, it's the front runner. I think it's got some good odds on it. Yeah, I really enjoyed all of the other films, but I think it has a pretty good chance of winning.
There are so few that I have seen, but I think I'm going to have it because I love Netflix. I'll have to put it on my list and see what happens. It just kind of came out of nowhere for me.
To talk about
I wish we did too. You'll have to come back, Film Guy. Film Guy Curt.
I would love to.
We love our Film Guy. Thank you so much for coming on.
All right, up next, we'll be back to wrap things up, so don't go away.